All right, let's talk about Grammarly authorship. So the first thing you need to do is make sure that you are signed up using your ACU email for Grammarly. You're going to go to grammarly.com/enterprise/sign up. You're going to use your school email here to set it up because ACU covers this for you, right? It's covered by your tuition, so make sure you're not paying for a premium account for yourself. You're going to enter your school email and you're going to follow the prompts to set up your account. Once you are logged in, you're going to see a screen like this. And the first thing I need you to do is know that Grammarly authorship works for both Microsoft Word and Google Docs. So I'm going to show you how to use both. But the first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that you can specify where you want it to work, because it won't automatically work on Word if you want it to. So let's talk about Google Docs first, and then I will show you how to make it work on Word. Now, if I open up a brand new Google Doc and I am signed in to my Grammarly account, which I am, I'm going to see this little fingerprint show up down here. This little fingerprint is how I turn Grammarly authorship on and off. So if I click on it, I just turn it on by toggling this button. And now my screen is going to be recording, right? It's going to record everything that I'm doing. See, I have a little logo here. So I can type in, "This is my paper that I wrote. I did not use AI." Okay? And as I'm writing my paper or my discussion post or whatever it happens to be, I can come down here. I can pause this. Let's say that I'm done for now. I can turn this off. See, tracking is paused. And I can pick this back up later. Now, I don't think there's enough for a report. Let's see. Oh, look, 0% copied or generated. 100% is human being, right? So I wrote this, it knows that I wrote this. This is the report as it stands right now. When I go back to work on this, I can turn it on again and continue the recording. Now, this is an insurance policy for you. You will never need it unless you do, unless your teacher reaches out and says, "Hey, this paper is 50% AI or 100% AI. You can come in here and you can share this. See the share button? You can share this with your professor to prove that you wrote your own work. This is a huge, huge deal. It will prevent you from being accused of, well, it won't prevent you from being accused of using AI, but it will certainly clear your name if you ever are wrongfully accused of using AI. You don't want an academic integrity violation on your record. I definitely don't want that on your record. Okay, so that's how we're going to use it for Google Docs. Now, I'm going to bring over a Word document so that y'all can see how to use it here. So here's my Word document, and as you can see, I don't have the little icon. Well, the icon is popping up now for me. But if I didn't have that, I could go up here to my toolbar. I'm using a MacBook, and I can click on my little Grammarly settings. Now, if you're using a PC, you're going to have the app. You can download the app onto your desktop from this home page here. But I have it up here in my little toolbar. I'm going to click on settings, and it's going to take me to this page, right? When I scroll down, I can turn on and off Grammarly authorship so that it can be used in one place, like Google Docs, or it can be used everywhere, like I have it turned on right now, which is why when I look at my Microsoft Word document, my little fingerprint shows up here so that I can use it on Microsoft Word just the same as I did before. So when I'm first using it for the very first time, this prompt comes up. It talks to you about their transparency for data. They're keeping your data safe. Nobody is reviewing your, screen recordings or anything like that. They keep it private. But if you want to go in, you absolutely can. You hit OK, and then go ahead and click on Track Your Writing. First thing it's going to ask you is it wants clipboard access, right? So it wants to make sure that the last thing that you copy pasted in your clipboard is not from AI. That's why it's asking for that. So I'm going to go ahead and say allow access. And then do I want to allow it to access Microsoft Word? I do, because let's just say that's what my teacher prefers, that I turn something in Microsoft Word. I click on allow access. It's going to ask me, do I want to let it? I'm going to say allow, right? So now it's recording just like it was on the Google Doc. You type it in the same way. You can check partway through your work how you're doing, if it's popping anything for AI. And then when you're finished, you just turn it off and you can submit your work. That recording now lives inside of Grammarly, and if you ever needed it to defend yourself, you would have it. So please, 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 I encourage you 100% of the time to use Grammarly authorship when you're submitting your work. All right, I hope this is helpful. Bye.